Hello and welcome back to how to make a dialog editor using Unity with the GraphView. Yeah, that's a pretty long name. So, last time we made the save function, so now let's make the load function. Alright, so I'm just gonna make a region for this, just to make it a little easier for me to, look around. So we're just gonna make save and go #end region. I'm just gonna move all the save functions in there. So we can just go skippity scapsly. And yeah, let's just make a load region as well. Load a stack into region. And in here we are going first to make a function that cleans out the entire graph view. So we can load in our, the thing we need to load in. So we need to go for each base node per nope, and that's just notes. All right. Let's actually first go and say edges dot for each. I'm just gonna make different versions for you, so you can see which one you prefer. And this is we're going in GraphView dot remove element. That would be the edge. There we go. So we will go through all of edges and simply remove them. And we'll kind of do the same thing in here by going GraphView dot remove element, and that would be node. So those two here are pretty much doing the exact same thing. I'm just showing you that you can do both of them because it is a tutorial. So you can choose which one that you will prefer to have. Of course, this one makes less lines, so it's yeah. But this one gives a little more information what's going on. That, for example, that it is a base node, where you can hold the mouse over here to get the information, but at first look you get more information here. But then again, it is up to you what you will prefer. So next up, let's make all the nodes. So we are going to say generate nodes. This is of course going to get the dialog container. So dialog, let's just keep it a dialog container and remember the underscore. Alright, so we need to make one for the start one. So so it's a little easier to see where we are. So we're gonna go for each dot start data node. And let's just make it readable. Let's just call it node. No reason to complicate it. So now we need to actually make the starter node. So we're gonna go starter node. Let's just call it temp node equals. Then we're going to go into GraphView dot create starter node, because we already made a function for that, and this is of course taking a position, and we already have that position by going node dot position. So that might be sometimes, since we actually go in here, but as you can see, we have made a function in the graph, in the graph view, that can actually create the different nodes for us. So we don't have to actually make too much fuss about it here. And all we need to do here is now simply to go into temporary node dot node GUI and simply tells it that it needs to use the node dot node GUI, and there we can simply add it afterwards. So graph view dot add element and just add the temp node. And that is it for the starter node. As you can see, that was pretty easy. At least I hope you see it as easy. So let's go over the other nodes. I'm gonna take the dialog node last because that is the one with the most stuff in it. So we're gonna go return. Did I spell that correctly? I think I did. Return node. And simply go for each. I could spell it for each. And the reason why I'm using the for each of this version here and not this version up here is because we need to fill the information in afterwards. So I prefer the normal for each. If you were thinking that, at least you wanted to know. Oh, why I'm saying return node? This is the int node. I don't know what I'm thinking. So we of course need the dialog node going and notes. Wonderful. And why is this not happy? Oh yeah, it's because it's data. My bad. Alright, and here we need to go int node. Let's just call it temp node again. Equals, and I was about to say new, so we're gonna go graph view dot. If I could spell, create into node. We're of course going to give it the node dot position. And here we need to do the same thing by going node dot equals node dot there we go. However, the int node also have the type. Yes, the int type node. And we of course going to need to go node dot int type. And afterwards we need to of course add it to our graph view element. I'll add it to the element of the graph view. So as you can see, the one thing we added more in this one is simply just because the int node has the type of what type of int node it is. So we of course need to tell it is the int node. And then we need to make the event node. So let's just do that. That is of course event node data. And that is just node. Oh, no. Node, thank you very much. Underscore dialog dot event nodes. Wonderful. So event node temp node equals, god damn it, graph dot create event node, and we need to put in the node dot position. And we're gonna go temp node dot node gun equals node dot node gun temp node dot event dialog event equals node dot dialog event OS. Again, that is some naming convention that we need to fix later. And we're we're of course going to add this one here. So temp node, wonderful. Now we come to the bigger one. Let's go for each. That is of course dialog node. If I could spell dialog node data node underscore dialog dot dialog nodes, and we need to make a dialog node and call it temp node equals GraphView dot create dialog node, and we need to give it the node dot position. And let's just make the temp dot node gun equals node dot node gun. All right. So here there's a lot more we need to fill out. Can I just copy this? So we need to fill out the, let's see, we can start with the name. That's pretty much probably the easiest one. So dot name. Then we need the, oh, what else do we need? We need the text. Text equals node dot text. And again, some naming conventions are not lining up. It's not good. Then we need the face image. And what is that called here? That's called sprite. Yeah, that is not the best one. And then we have face image type. I think that one is at least called face image type, isn't it? Dialog face image type. Yeah, there are definitely some naming conventions that we need to fix later. Then we have the audio clips equals node dot audio clips. Well, at least that one matches. So let's see. We have the name, the text, the image, which way the image should go, and the audio. Yes. All right. And now we need to make one for each of the port as well. So we need to go for each dialog port node port, and let's just call it node port. And that is of course the node dot dialog ports. So we're gonna go temple dot add choice port, where we're gonna go, of course, at which node it is. Then we're gonna add the port. And we have already made the function long ago for this one, so let's just go in and have a look. So if we actually give it a dialog node port, as you can see here, it will take the information that we saved and put into the port itself, like where it's supposed to go and where it starts and where it's supposed to go, and it will add in the text. The reason why we are not just overriding the old one is because if you delete a language and it tries to load it in, if it cannot find that language, well, it simply just won't add it. Really that simple. So this way you can add new languages and it will just load in the languages it has. And if you delete a language, well, it's just gonna ignore that language. At least it should. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that we need to go and add it. So GraphView dot add element and go temp port. Oh yeah, no. I forget. We also need to go temp node.load values into fields. So this function here is also something we made long ago. That pretty much just tell it that it needs to reload its new values because we are creating the node here and then we are adding the information into the node. And here we're telling it, please reload it, the new data into the visual part of the node. So it is saved in the node when we do this, but it's not visible. So by calling this function here, or method, we're also telling it to set value without notification. That's pretty much just that we are changing it visual. I hope that makes sense. Alright, we actually also need to do that on the event and the end node. That node doesn't have anything, so we don't need to do that there. So let's just save this. And let's end the episode here for today. See you next time.